How do the Dutch greet each other? Well, in this lesson you will learn all about it. Hallo lieve vrienden. So I've already started with it. Every lesson I start with hallo lieve vrienden, right? So that's a greeting that's very common. Hallo, like the English hello. And that's one of the more informal ways to greet each other. So I will teach you all the types of saying hello or goodbye in the Dutch language, and also highlight which one is more formal and which is more informal, right? So first of all, when you meet someone, that's different from when you say goodbye to someone, right? So when you meet someone, you can say good morning, goedemorgen, good afternoon, goedemiddag, good evening, goedenavond. And you can also say good day, goedendag. And that's more formal. If you're leaving out the time of day, then you can also just say dag, right? And that's really short and it really sounds formal. A really informal way to greet someone is hoi. Or you can also pronounce it like the English do, hi. So this is really informal, but you can use it if you think it's appropriate in that moment. So if you put it on a scale of formal to informal, the most formal way to greet someone would be dag. And you can also a little bit in between formal and informal would be goedemiddag, goedenavond, goedemorgen. And actually goedemorgen can be used in any situation. I even say goedemorgen to my kids in the morning, but we'll also say goedemorgen to people I meet in the street and my colleagues and managers in the office, right? Goedemorgen is something that you can use basically in any situation in the mornings. A little bit more informal is hallo, and the most informal is hoi or hi. Okay, so that's greeting, meeting someone. So what can you say when you are saying goodbye to someone? There are so many ways and so many situations, right, that are relevant to the situation where you're in. Like, as you have learned, you can say dag when you meet someone, but you will also say dag when you say goodbye to someone. So dag, that is a really common way to say goodbye to someone. And what is often said when you are leaving a store or leaving the office, or you are leaving and you don't know when you are going to see each other again, but you expect or hope that you will see each other again, you will say Tot Ziens, because zien means seeing, right? So I'll see you, that's what it means. If you are saying I'll see you the next time, you will say tot de volgende keer. I'll see you next time. And if you say that you will hear each other again, then you can say tot hoors or tot horens. That's usually if you only talk to someone by phone, right? And if you see someone a little later, you can say tot later. Or if it's just a little bit later, like a few minutes later or an hour later, you can also say tot straks. Straks means really close by in terms of time. If you will see someone again in the afternoon, you will say tot vanmiddag. In the evening, tot vanavond. Until then, tot dan. And if you want to say, I'll see you soon, you will say tot gauw or tot snel. And saying goodbye in a really informal way is done by saying doei. That's a really informal, common way. Doeg or doeg, depends on how you want to pronounce the G. And in the southern parts of the Netherlands, houdoe. You will not hear that in the big cities, right? In Amsterdam or Rotterdam, that is not said. But in the southern parts, like in Eindhoven or cities in that province, then you will hear that often. And one very interesting one is that the way you say hello or greet someone with hoi, that is also often used to say goodbye. So when people say goodbye, they often say hoi. Then originally that is just meeting someone, but it's also used when you say goodbye to someone. So to put it on the scale from formal to informal, the most formal way to say goodbye is dag. And the most informal way is doei, doeg, houdoe. And hoi. That is most informal. And somewhere in the middle that you can use in any situation, if you're not sure if you want to be formal or informal, it will be tot ziens or tot kijk. All right, I hope this lesson was valuable to you. If you have something to add, please leave it in the comments. And if you have something to ask, please leave it below and I'm happy to respond to you. By the way, if you are supporting this channel, please like and subscribe so I can continue in providing this valuable free content for all of you. And I'll see you in the next lesson.